Good afternoon. Wino. Some of you might know me as Mike. Just thought I'd do a quick video on how my garden's going, focusing on veg mainly. Right, first off here we've got some herbs. There's a couple of pots of basil growing there. I like basil. I use it a lot in the summer, in cooking, salads, that sort of thing. Love the stuff. Just those two pots, provided you take the flower heads off, stop them flowering, and give them a regular feed. Just ordinary tomato food will do. They'll just keep flowering all year. And just over here we have our pepper plant, capsicums. I don't know if you can see from there, but there are actually peppers on there. There's about 8 or 9 on there already. I tend to leave those until they go red. I like red peppers, again in cooking and even more in salads. And just over here, there we go, there's our cherry tomato, which, I don't know if you can see that, it's practically up to the roof of the conservatory. Just to give you an idea, I'll just stop there. I'm just over 5'8", and it's a little way above my head height. So I like to pinch out the tips. I've got a few trusses going on there already. I'll try to do a quick close up in a second. Hopefully you should be able to see that. That's one of about 7 trusses of cherry tomatoes on there. And right next to it, here, I've got some plum tomatoes growing. Oh, by the way, if you think about growing tomatoes indoors, and you think, well, how are the bees going to get in there and pollinate it? They don't need to. Just give them a little tap like that. They'll self-pollinate. Genius, really. Over here, I've got a couple more tomato plants going on, and this bit over here is the nursery. I'll see if I can get a couple of decent close-ups. One or two of the bits that are going on here. I don't know if you can see that plant sort of centre of frame at the moment. This is my first ever attempt at growing asparagus from seed. So that's the little baby. I feel a bit of a fraud really, because I bought a pack of these asparagus seeds back in, it must have been about the beginning of April. 10 seeds in a pack, and I put them in a propagator, and only 2 of them came up in the stated like 28 days or whatever. So I fired off an email to the seed supplier. He sent me a very nice email back saying, oh, these things can happen, but all our seed is tested for quality and blah blah blah. But they did send me another pack of seeds, so another pack of 10 seeds. In the meantime, well, let's put it this way, I've actually got 10 asparagus plants which will be going out in the garden. But they just took a lot longer to germinate than it said on the packet. They took about twice as long. But hey, bonus. I'm going to take a little walk outside now to show the raised beds. That's the sort of general view of the garden whilst we're about it. There is a dead silver birch right at the bottom just outside our property, which I'm trying to find out who owns the bloody land. Not easily done. East Dorset District Council will no help at all. Say hello to the Bobs. I want to say hello to the Christmas tree. Right, in there. Potatoes, new potatoes. Bit late going in, but hey. So, first raised bed, and we've got 2 courgette plants in there. First courgettes are looking like they're going to be days away from eating. There's a second courgette over there. Over at the back there's about a dozen green beans, which are not doing as well as they usually do. Again, a late start to this spring. So, and then over here we've got the broad beans, which have gone mad in terms of putting on growth. But so far, and it's virtually the end of June, I've not got a single broad bean to show for it. But we're only days away, because down here, there you go, hopefully you can see I've got the first couple of pods nearing maturity. Right, now here, what's going on here? This is a parsnip that's self-seeded from last year. As you can see, it's growing out of the gravel there, and I've let it go to seed again. I've just spotted the aphids on there. I think I'll get rid of those. This is the bed that the parsnips were growing in. I think you can see there's a few more that have self-seeded again there. But what I will be doing with this is where the asparagus will go. At the moment, all I've got in there are the self-seeded parsnips, a few weeds. And just down the bottom end some garlic, which is almost ready. Right, so there we are. Got one of the little grown from seed asparagus there. Hopefully you can see that. I just want to pop that onto the next size pot. There's a 9cm, 3-inch pot. Got a little bit of compost in the bottom. So what I'll do is just give the pot a little squeeze, give it a little tap. Hopefully that'll all come out. You can see there's a bit of root ball on the bottom there. Pop it in the pot. Add a bit more compost in there. Some of this is quite rough actually, but cheap compost. Not the peat-free stuff. Oh, hello. Just give that a little firm in gently. You don't want to be too rough with it, because those roots are still pretty fragile at this stage. Okay, so that seems to be firmed down quite nicely. So we'll just zap you round here. Hose pipe. Give it a bit of a water in. Be generous with the water. Just leave that to drain through. And then back into the conservatory for another few weeks until it's ready to plant out properly.